I survived 400 days in hardcore Minecraft Bedrock Edition. If I would die even once, this world would be deleted forever. There was quite a few times where this nearly happened and I just barely survived. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. It's free and you keep getting cool videos like these. This is how I survived 400 days in hardcore Minecraft Bedrock Edition. It is now day 301 and I now can start working on my big project. But first I need to just get some night vision and finish filling up the shulker box with iron. I've finished collecting all the iron that I'm going to need. Now let's just fly back to my house and smelt it all. Okay, while all this iron is smelting, I'm gonna grab a bunch of milk buckets. You'll see why we need so many milk buckets later. Let's just throw them all in this shulker box. Okay, all the iron is now smelted. Let's just craft it all into iron blocks. And we now have enough iron to make a full iron beacon. Okay, I now can reveal what my big project is going to be. I'm going to be working on transforming the end portal. So let's just go find the stronghold. Okay, the stronghold is underneath this village. Let's just glide down. This is the stronghold where I came to on the first 100 days to kill the ender dragon. So all I have to do is just climb this ladder in the trial chambers, and right here is the end portal. So I just need to set my respawn point and jump through the end portal. Okay, now the first thing I need to do is kill the wither so I can get a full beacon with haste too. Let's just spawn in the wither. I'm just gonna step back so it doesn't explode and almost kill me. Alright, now let's just kill the wither. I got my bow and I'm withered, and this is why I needed so many milk buckets, because you're always constantly withered and you have to keep drinking milk. Okay, come on, the wither's almost dead. Okay, that was actually kind of close, but I still had my totem, so I wasn't anywhere close to dying. Okay, let's just go and finish off the wither. And yes, let's go. Okay, now that we defeated the wither, I made this hole that goes the entire way down to the end portal. But that's not cool enough. I want to clear out a ginormous area, and we'll see how we're going to transform it later. Right now, let's just mine it out. Okay, I'm going to make a big outline made out of dirt. Okay, I finished the outline, and this is what it's going to look like. A big square with like jagged edges. Okay, now let's just mine this outline into the ground. Okay, I finished the outline. Alright, I finished mining out a big enough area to put my beacon. Now we can have a beacon with haste 2 and regeneration. Alright, let's just place the beacon. And let's just get regeneration with haste 2. And now I can just start mining this entire area out. I have to mine this entire way down to the level of my end portal. Okay, I just finished clearing out all of that dirt and it took about 3 hours. Alright, I'm just gonna continue mining. And it is really nice with these haste too. I can just shred right through all these blocks. Okay, I've finished mining out this entire area, but I've gotten bored of just mining, so I'm gonna start working on making a couple of farms. Okay, I'm gonna fly back to my house and gather the materials to build these farms. Okay, the first farm I'm going to make is a shulker farm. And these should be all the materials that I'm going to need. So let's just fly back to my end portal. Okay, I'm going to start by building up. And now we just need to make a circular platform that looks just like this. Okay, I finished the AFK place. Now let's just continue building this farm. Okay, now if I just chuck a bunch of items in, they should all end up into these chests. Okay, this farm is now completely done. All that we need now is just to get some shulkers. So let's just fly to the nearest end city, and let's just grab 2 shulkers and take them back to the farm. Now you may be asking, how am I going to transport the shulkers the entire way from this end city the whole way to the shulker farm? And I'm going to use happy gas. Okay, while I wait for the dry gas to grow up, I'm going to work on getting 2 shulkers. Okay, the safest way to transport shulkers is you must have a potion of invisibility, and you must take off all of your armor. So I'm just going to take off all my armor, and I'm just going to keep 2 totems in my hotbar just in case. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we got 1 shulker. Now I'm just going to lead the boat and take it across this bridge, and there's going to be another shulker that I can put in the boat. Okay, let's just jump down. And here's the other shulker. Let's just put them in the boat. Okay, nice. And we now can put our armor back on. Okay, that went really well. Okay, now we just need to wait till the dried gas grows up into a gas sling. Okay, nice. Now I just need to wait till it grows up into a happy gas. Okay, now that it grew up, let me just grab out my saddle and saddle it. And there we go. Now we have a happy gas. Okay, now I'm gonna just fly down here to the boat. Let me just leash it up and attach it to the happy gas. Alright, now let's just fly this the whole way back to the farm. Okay, we finally reached the shulker farm. Let me just lower the shulkers and break the boat. And now the shulkers should just teleport right into the farm. And now comes the risky part, because I need the shulkers to start duplicating. So I need to fly into the farm, but I cannot wear my armor, because if I do, the shulkers will die to the thorns. Okay, I'm just gonna have to accept I'm gonna blow some totems. I just gotta try to do this without dying. Okay, they're starting to duplicate. Alright, and now the shulkers are starting to duplicate. Okay, this is how the farm works. All I have to do is just stand here, and when a shulker hits another shulker, and eventually it kills the shulker, it'll regenerate a new shulker, and it'll drop the shulker shell. Okay, I've been in the AFK for about 10 minutes, and look at all the shulker shells it already gave me. Okay, I'm just going to turn all these shulker shells into shulker boxes. Alright, just look at all these shulker boxes it gave me. Okay, the next farm I'm going to make is going to be an iron farm. So let's just start building that. And now let's just drop in the villagers. Let's just give them a bunch of carrots. And now when these baby villagers grow up, there's going to be iron golems spawning. And then just dying in the lava. And look at that, we're already starting to get some iron. I also put a husk up here to try to help scare the villagers to make iron golems spawn a little bit faster. Okay, now that I had a break building some farms, let's just get back to mining. Okay, mined decent enough out. Now I'm going to make a gold farm. So first I just need to go find some powdered snow. Okay, I've flown about 10,000 blocks out and I finally found a snowy mountain. Okay, let me just grab a bunch of powdered snow. And I'm just going to chuck it all into the shulker box so we have plenty for future builds. Okay, instead of flying 10,000 blocks back, I'm just going to build a nether portal. Okay, this should be everything I need to build this gold farm. I'm going to build this gold farm right beside my creeper farm. That way I can AFK at both farms. And now let's just start building this farm. And now let's just throw the tridents in. And now let's just try out the farm. Okay, this is how the farm is gonna work. If you have a nether portal, all those portal blocks have a chance to spawn a zombified piglin when it's lit. So if you break and relight the nether portal, you have a chance to spawn a zombie piglin, and then you can just kill them in a trident killer and you can collect all their loot. Okay, now I'm going to build an item sorter to sort out all the gold and all the rotten flesh, and it'll be a lot nicer than all the items just going into one chest. Okay, now let's just build the item sorter. Alright, cue the music. Wrong button. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I just need to AFK at my iron farm so I can get enough iron to craft all of my hoppers. Okay, editor Jeremy here. It was at this point I got extremely bored waiting for all the iron. I made the biggest mistake and nearly ended my hardcore world. Bro, that was almost it. I can't believe it just nearly ended my world. Okay, for your punishment of almost killing me, you need to be executed. Now that the husk was dealt with, let's just continue building this item sorter. Okay, the gold farm is now completely finished. Now I'm just gonna AFK here and get a bunch of gold and craft a bunch of golden apples. Just look at that gold farm. That gold farm is pretty impressive. And now we can just craft a bunch of gold and craft some golden apples. Okay, I'm just gonna keep AFKing this gold farm and craft even more golden apples. I'm just chugging golden apples. We've got golden apples for our main food source. Okay, it's time to get back to mining. Okay, this is all I can get mined out in this 100 days. I'm about half done mining, and yeah, if I can continue mining and finish this build in the next video. For the rest of this 100 days, I'm just going to AFK at my gold farm. I even made a dedicated shulker for holding my golden apples. And as the sun sets on day 400, that is how I survived 400 days in hardcore Minecraft Bedrock Edition.